Alright, so I'm going to show some fun tricks involving Infuriating Thorns, the Warden Mythical again. Gonna go over and tank that epic for about 20 seconds. Oh, wait, hold on. Someone's selling something I want to buy, maybe. Nah, screw that. Alright, so, Infuriating Thorns. Hi, Epic, how's it going? You can see I'm taking damage, but the trigger count is not decreasing. And that's because I'm not in combat. So I'm going to cast a Death Prevent here so I don't die. Wow, that does a lot less damage than I thought it would. Alright, there we go. And I'm out of power. Anywho, I should probably leave. Looking at the combat damage. Alright, what? Drain power. I've never actually tanked that guy. Let's see. Yep. So there's the Death Prevent. I just failed to interrupt, but I didn't want to enter combat, so can't actually interrupt things without being in combat. Might surprise some people. Huh. So here's the Stone Skin tree. Oh yeah, I was going to show advanced solo shenanigans. Ooh, requires time luxer. Interesting. New bugs are great. To anyone wondering why I randomly cast Winds of Growth there, it was to try to proc a Word of Mythical for power regen. It's a very small chance. Small meaning like 2 out of 3 times. But it doesn't really matter. Food and drink are pretty OP out of combat power regen, so I'm gonna be at 100% power. Not that I ever run out of power anyway, but whatevs, basically. Zone. Alright, so anyone who hasn't done this zone before, I'm sorry, I'm going to make it look really easy. If you have done this zone before, then you'll get to see how I do it. So we're going to use the method or mechanic I described earlier to grab this chest. I'm purely casting Howling with here to cancel out the days. Normally I do Cyclone to do what I'm about to do, but it's on cooldown because reasons. So again, Infuriating Thorns is acting as an infinite duration damage shield here. And by damage shield I mean Stone Skin, because I can't talk and play this game at the same time because I'm fucking bad. Teach me League of Legends streamer senpai. Alright, so next boss. Casting Sandstorm here. I'm pre-casting Genesis there for the power delay. That power drain. Wow, I can't talk and play. Even that is hard apparently. Power drain that's about to hit me. Moving to this corner so everything's facing the same direction. Okay, now I don't remember where the spirit is. It has a 50% chance of going down either walkway. I actually have already done the quest this week, so I don't really care one way or another. So I'm not gonna go and get that to everyone. I'm sure like the 3 people watching this video are like, why didn't you get the spirit? Well, that's why, because I don't care. If I was good at this game, I would have jumped on this ledge, and that way enemies could not get behind me because of interesting pathing mechanics I'm not going to explain. Enjoy that. Oh man, I'm so bad at this game. I didn't even kill all the guys. I'm so bad. I'll have to go and do that later. Casting Howling Attack to preemptively get the days. To anyone wondering why I didn't cast the crit bonus buff at the start of this fight, is because I'm terrible. No, it's the ones in the hallway, I remember. I actually don't. But alright, so I'm thinking about the next zone. Clockworks typically pull you into combat automatically, which means I can't do Stone Skin shenanigans, which means I'll need Cyclone if I want to open the gate while still pulling monsters. So I'm going to do Vampires next, or Veldoon, which does not have automatically pulling in combat shenanigans. I have no idea what that bug is. Just one bug. This point, I'd hopefully have a fighter just pull everything, but not with a fighter, so I'm not even sure why I pulled those things behind me. It really is a really, really easy zone. I'm not sure why people have difficulty with it. Well, I know why. It's because mobs hit way too effing hard for some stupid reason. I don't even know why they hit so hard. But it just makes healers and fighters like necessary for everything, and it's really frustrating because you don't need DPS for everything. Pretty sure that's a daze, and I'm bad for not curing it. Or my auto attack could have bugged. Either one, I'm not sure. It's a great game. I love that bug. It's like the best bug, and it's been in the game since... I don't know. It's as long as I can remember playing this game. Anyway. So, to open the final room, you need to kill both bosses, I think, and then you need to kill this one vampire here, this one. If I were good, I would have put on singular focus, so I wouldn't get pulled in combat with these guys. But I didn't, so obviously pretty bad at this game. Lots of things that I could be doing better, but whatever, I don't care. That actually wasn't bad. Could have had a bit better targeting, but whatevs. That's interesting. I tried to cast that cure while I was zoning, so I could save time, but it didn't go off, and then decided to queue after I landed. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand. Yeah, there's a lot of things in this game that I do not understand, which says a lot. Says I consider myself to know more about this game than most people. So, me saying that there's a lot I don't understand means there's a lot that it's probably unknown, actually. Anyway, so it's going to be a lot of clockworks. They're going to pull me into combat for some reason, no idea why. I imagine some dev could tell me why. But it doesn't really matter. Basically, you're forced to use a temp and click the thing, and then you can run to the first boss, which is great. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. If I were a useful class like a Fury, I could just cast Pact of Cheetah. If I were, and just do it super fast. So I have to like sprint, and life is just, I have EV on. It's just good times, basically. So there's Cyclone, there's the lever. Cancel sprint. Hold on. IRC is talking. Alright, so you saw me stop curing for a bit, and that's because I decided to cast Pact of Cheetah and not bother curing, because there's a crap ton of clockworks, and I didn't want to have to cure, and there's things that I could be doing more damage by not doing that, so I decided not to. Alt-tabbing, finding out what IRC wants. Alright, I'm back. Shatter is a pretty cool skill. Cure times are good. Tranquility is also a really good skill, very underrated skill. If you're wondering why it pulled off 2 levels of deaths there instead of 1, it's because my Tranquility is ancient rank. Alright, an easy way to remember the order for this is you always click 2, and you start with one that you didn't click on previously on each step. And then it's the one over from the last one you clicked. I know that makes absolutely no sense, but there you go. And that also will give you the fastest way of doing it each time. If you're wondering how I'm using abilities without clicking them, I have everything keybound, because that actually is something I'm not bad at this game for. Keybinds are just infinitely awesome in just about every way. Everything back there is rooted. I hit it with an AoE root. My AE auto can only hit 5 targets. 4 additional targets, plus the one that I was initially targeting. So I wanted them to stay in range of the AE auto, not behind me, per se. And rooting them is a great way to do that. Going to sprint for the move speed again. Again, EV. Life sucks. But I don't have a awesome charm, so when I say awesome charm, the charm I'm talking about is the one that is basically bolster, but not. Again, AoE root. There's no reason to kill those guys. I guess I could be killing them now. Yeah, there we go. Seems kind of laggy in terms of auto attacks going off. Felt very slow. Now, an interesting thing about this boss is, in the heroic version, this name spawn here is still a triple down, so you can just fist him to one-shot him. It doesn't actually, I mean, the encounter's over at that point, but I always find it amusing. And that's all 3 advanced solos, and interesting fun tricks you can do in them. If anyone knows why you get pulled in combat, let me know, because that would be A+ to avoid. Fun times, right? Cheers.